Hi, this video is to introduce the different types of Cine Film we handle here at our live studios. There are three basic types of Cine Film. There's 8mm, 9.5mm and 16mm. This refers to the width of the film. So we'll start with the most common one, which was the choice of home movie enthusiasts, which is 8mm. This comes as, you'll see it referred to as Standard 8 and Super 8 and different things like that. As far as the live studios are concerned in our service, 8mm is 8mm, so don't concern yourself with whether it's Standard or Super, it doesn't really matter. So here you can see it's 8mm wide, has sprocket holes down one side. It would commonly come back from the processors in these little packets, so if you I've inherited a box full of these. This is 8mm film, and each of these small ones lasts for about 4 minutes or so, and they contain 50 feet of film. So that's a really nice common one. What people would do is then splice these together onto larger reels, and the two most common sizes we get are what we call the medium reels, which hold 200 feet of film and run for around 15 minutes, and the larger ones here, which contain 400 foot of film and run for about half an hour. So that's 8mm. You've then got 9.5mm, which is a firm favourite of ours. Fantastic format. Tends to be much older film, so we get this from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, but it can be later on than that. Really fantastic film. Now you can see here it's really easy to identify. It's 9.5mm wide, but the telltale sign is that the sprocket holes on this one are down the middle of the film as opposed to down either edge, so that's really easy to see if you've got that. So these are fantastic. They range from tiny little metal canisters called pathés, which were put into little hand cranked machines which you had to wind onto view, so they were really cool. Right up to these large and even larger spools. They will often have indicators on them. A lot of Cine Film has markings. It's usually done in feet, but you do get some that are in metres. So if you need help converting any of these, do give us a call. Our website asks you what reels you have by the most common sizes, so by 50 foots, 200 foots, 400 foots. If, like a lot of people, you've got things like this, so we've got here a 200 foot reel with about 75 feet of film on, so it's an odd one. What we have built on the website is provision for you to add up the feet of all your different reels and jot them all down. So, right, I have in total 2,150 feet. You can actually put that as a number into the website and it will do the calculation for you. So, you know, we try to make it nice and easy for you to order. So that's 8mm, 9.5mm, and then 16mm, which could be commercial or home users who were a little bit more into their film, a bit more for the enthusiasts. So a little bit more expensive to produce, but a larger sell. So a bigger picture, and that looks like that. So that's 16mm. We also get Super 16mm as well, which we handle. Now, all of these formats can be silent or have sound, and I'm going to show you how you identify if your film has sound, because that's something people ask us quite often. I think this one has some sound on. I will point out that most Cine Film is silent. I would say only 5% or so of the film we handle is sound, so it's likely that your films are silent, especially if they're 8mm. But if you want to check them, now hopefully you can see there, what you're looking for is a very thin stripe, maybe a millimetre or so, down one side of the film opposite the sprocket holes. And it is clearly identifiable as a brown stripe. So if you imagine the old audio tapes that we used to listen to in our cars, that brown shiny fabric, a little sliver of that as though it's been stuck on the side of the film, that's what you're looking for. If you've got that, you have got sound film. And yes, we do transfer that. It can be referred to as magnetic sound or optical sound. Again, doesn't make a difference, we do handle both formats. So, that's the most common types of film we do. Everything we process, be it 8mm, 9.5mm or 16mm, is all scanned on high definition film scanners, and from there we can output it to a range of formats for you. Everything can be found on our website, and phone lines are open if you have any inquiries. So go to www.alivestudios.co.uk.